Yo. Alright, that's gonna be the end of the stream, guys. I'm just kidding. I just said one word and that's it. That's all it takes for me to quit, guys. I'm just kidding. Today may be a bit of a short podcast. Um Depending on how much we can cover about cryptids, I guess. Also let me know if the music is too loud. Um I don't want I don't want people's ears being blasted like Team Rocket. But yeah, welcome everybody into the Spectral Denizen Podcast. I hope everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful night. Um, I don't know what else to say. That's it. That's all I got, guys. I'm just kidding. Again, sorry. I'm messing around too much. I'm sorry. Today the topic is we're gonna be talking about cryptids. Now, I'm gonna look up the definition of cryptids, but from what I remember, it's basically any natural, possibly natural thing that you cannot explain by science. Kind of, for example, like Bigfoot, right? Because Bigfoot could technically be some form or type of animal, but science has still not been able to, I guess, how do I put it? Research on it, like actual solid research. So it's still unexplainable by science. So, okay, I found the definition in Merriam-Webster. Apparently, cryptid is an animal that has been claimed to exist but never proven to exist. So I guess as long as it's been claimed to exist but has never been proven, that is what a cryptid is. I say it's contrary to popular belief, cryptids don't have to be supernatural, mythical, or even all that strange, though many popular creatures acquire these characteristics as their legends grow. So kind of like Bigfoot, right? Like I said, Bigfoot, it could be just a regular animal that has never been proven to really exist. There's pictures, there's videos that are super grainy, and I mean, can't really say. I mean, you can't really use those as solid evidence. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just. I mean, it looks like they shot those videos like in a Nokia phone. Like it's not very good quality. And then see, but I mean, this is going off on a tangent a little bit from cryptids, but it kind of has to do with cryptids. Um, the whole thing of video recording, right? Like now in this day and age, um, video cameras are in everyone's pockets, and most people, I would say, at least in the popular cities and whatnot, have a phone with a camera that's really good. All these new iPhones and all these new Samsungs and whatever, the cameras are really freaking good. Um and it's kind of unbelievable to still see videos nowadays that come out grainy and like you can't really see anything. Raphael, welcome into the podcast. How are you doing, good sir? Hope you're having a fantastic night. I am indeed live. Sorry it took so long. I had some errands to run. Such is life, but we are here now, talking about cryptids. So just quick definition of what a cryptid is it's an animal that has been claimed to exist but has not been proven to exist. That's the most simple definition you could probably give to a cryptid. Um, Obviously, the biggest examples being the Loch Ness monster and Bigfoot. There are actually, I guess, I don't know if the scientific community would exactly call them scientists. They themselves claim to be scientists, and I actually believe they are scientists, me personally. But cryptozoologists, that's an actual job. Believe it or not. I don't know how much it is they get paid, if they do get paid, or if it's just all like as a hobby, if they don't get paid to do this and they just do this because why not? But cryptozoology is the thing, which is the research of cryptids and other weird animals, species, things that they want to prove real. I was talking about Bigfoot and I'm doing air quotes, that the evidence that you see nowadays in the internet is probably not the best, and this is where I was gonna go off on a tangent where I was saying, if you see a video that's too grainy, too old, you're like, oh wow, like, everyone should have like a really good smartphone in their pocket. Why is the video so grainy? Why is it garbage, quality? It must be a fake video. But then when you go to the other extreme of like, you see this video and it's super clear and it's like, oh my god, I cannot believe that they caught this thing on video this clearly. Like, I've seen, I think it was like a video about a mermaid that they caught like swimming in the sea, and people jump straight to saying, oh no, this is fake, it's too realistic, CGI, and in an age that where this technology exists, is like, where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line of this looks too good to be true, and this doesn't look good enough? I think that's one of my main problems with cryptids and the evidence that is able to be found out in the internet nowadays. But yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about. I've seen videos of the Loch Ness monster. I've seen videos of Bigfoot. And I don't know what to think of them. I guess another one of those like cryptids, because this is the thing. It doesn't, like the definition states, a cryptid doesn't have to be supernatural. It doesn't have to be like, what would you consider a supernatural cryptid? Something like Mothman, right? That's a supernatural cryptid because, I mean, it hasn't been proven to exist, and it's a literal flying man has moth qualities. I don't know, but see, that's I guess that's an example of a supernatural cryptid. But on the other side of the spectrum, there's cryptids that aren't supernatural, and something like the megalodon, right? So we know they exist, but not anymore. So now scientists say they are all extinct, but are they really? We don't really know. I don't know how true the saying is anymore nowadays. The saying of, our scientists know more about space than they do about the ocean. I find that a little hard to believe, but at the same time, it's like, we can't really explore the bottom of the ocean because of the pressure. Sad that it's easier to go into space than it is to go in our own oceans. But it's hard to believe that something like the megalodon doesn't exist, especially when we have found extinct species of animals that that we thought were extinct, and scientists have found live creatures The most notable example is that one weird shark they found at the very bottom of, I think it was one of the Japanese oceans. It was really weird. Like everyone thought it was extinct, and then here comes like a video. Divers actually see this thing, and it's like, whoa, like, if this thing is still alive, how many other things that are extinct could possibly be alive? It's a amazing thought. Honestly, it gets me excited, but at the same time, it's a little scary. Who knows what out there is the actual truth without hardcore evidence? You know what I'm saying? Not going to lie, I legit rewatched Sword and Shield Cage Lock every day for nostalgia. That's good, Raphael. I'm glad you like the series that much. But I don't know. I'm gonna pull up a very expansive list of cryptids because I found this website that I guess listed them, and I was amazed to find out how many cryptids actually exist. Or, well, not exist, but like people claim that exists. And it's crazy. It's literally, apparently, there's over 1,400 cryptids that people think exists. Nut mobsters hunting everyone as we speak. I don't know about everyone. So I don't see why not. I mean, we're not gonna get through the full 1,437 because that's just kind of crazy. But I'm gonna go through some of these and so we could get kind of an idea of what people even consider a cryptid. This is from the Cryptid Wiki. I don't know how much we can actually trust wikis because anyone can change it, but you would guess that the people who are like hardcore into this made this page to I guess make it so anybody else who's interested to come in and see what these things are and everything. So yeah, let's start with apparently a 50-foot Congo snake. This is where it's like, this could possibly exist. Like, this is like a giant anaconda thing, like as tall as a building or something. I don't know. I'm looking at it right here. Let's see. It's a 2 foot by 3 foot long. That's just the head. The head is 2 feet by 3 feet long. I mean, that's insane. Imagine seeing a snake with a head that big. I mean, you could imagine how big the actual body is. Kind of crazy. Now that I think about it, I should probably dress up as a nut lobster. You do that, Raphael. You do that. That's kind of crazy. But obviously, I'm pretty sure there's no evidence that a 50-foot snake in the Congo actually exists. Now this one just interests me because of the name. The name is, wow, I don't even know if I could say that. Ami Cook. It's A-MI-KUK. I don't even know how you would say that. Apparently it's a legendary creature from Inuit mythology. This monster is known from the Bering Strait of Alaska. It's described as a huge heavy creature with slimy moist skin, and instead of legs it has 4 human-like arms and hands, which are for locomotion and to capture prey. It is also said to be capable of burrowing underground and emerge in inland lakes. Supposedly it preys mostly on fishermen and people foolish enough to bathe in the sea, but have also been said to consume large quantities of fish and seabirds. Now this thing's look very creepy. I'm gonna see if I can put it on screen, that way you guys can watch with me. Let's see. I'm gonna go for a window capture here. Google. There you go. No, I don't want this to be too overwhelming here. And so what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna crop this a little bit. We're gonna crop from the top. We're gonna go like let's do 350. Oop, that is way too much. Okay, that works. We're gonna do this that way you guys can actually see what I'm looking at, and I think that'd be helpful so you guys can kind of see, like I said, what's going on. Apparently, this is an Ami cook. Now that looks absolutely terrifying. Obviously, these are rendered drawings or artists okay, if I saw that in a lake, I would absolutely just run or swim away, I guess, if I was in there. I don't know what any of these are. Those are snakes. I'm guessing this is from the other cryptid, but that's it's really creepy. See, this is something like I really didn't even know people thought existed. I mean, look at this list, guys. It goes on and on and on, and this is just the letter A and the letter B. It goes all the way down here, and then we still have to go through all these other letters, and there's an other, which I'm very interested in clicking, but I think we're gonna save that towards the end of the podcast, because that's really creepy. Let's go with another one. This one sounds like a Pokemon, so we're gonna go with this. Want to know a real cryptid? A bad Lad and Luigi stream. Anyways, how you doing? Welcome into the stream, Golden. How are you doing, sir? Hope you're having a fantastic night. Now, that is a good thing you said that, because the definition of a cryptid is, an animal that has been claimed to exist but has not been proven to exist. So, if you're saying that a bad Lad and Luigi stream is a cryptid, that means people claim it exists, but it hasn't been proven. So, that means a good thing. That's all I have to say. You just got off work. Well, I'm happy you're finally off work. That is one of the best feelings ever, getting off work. Now, a Barrymon. They're a legendary race of Himalayan humanoids with backwards feet. Huh. The name Aberrimon comes from the Latin prefix ab, meaning at, to, or within, and Arima, which means a rocky mountainous country. Together, this means mountain dweller. Legs sore, got a couple of scratches, hair has dirt, all is good. Well, at least you're not a cryptid, so you're good to go. The Killer Blue, welcome into the stream. How are you doing? So, this is what they say that a Barrymon look like. I don't think that's something else. I mean, I agree, Golden. I sometimes I look like that too. With backward feet. That's kind of creepy, bro. I don't know how I would feel if I saw something like this. Yeah, Barrymon were humanoids with backwards feet. Me on a Monday morning. Despite this, they were still able to run at great speed. They lived alongside wild animals and were vicious themselves. Attempts at capturing them failed because they were so savage. They were said to be found in a valley of Mount Emmaus. Folklore says that the Aberrimon breathed in air only of their own valley because the air was of special quality. This made them impossible to breathe any other type of air when unable to leave their valley. Interesting. Apparently they're mentioned in Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts series, which I do not remember that. But if I ever do rewatch them, maybe I'll know what they're talking about now. Region locked? Yeah, they're a region locked DS, bro. Now, Baba Yaga. I've heard of Baba Yaga. I just didn't know she was considered a cryptid. Supernatural being or witch? It takes the form of a hideous old woman. Okay, so the old woman part is part of the cryptid. Huh. Wearing a cloak or dress with bright red eyes and teeth of sharpened stone or metal. It is said that she lives in a hut deep in the woods that stands on chicken legs, surrounded by a fence of bones taken from her victims, and that she flies around in a mortar wielding a pestle. Yeah, old woman or cryptids. Yeah, that's pretty much what I got from this. Baba is a word meaning old woman. It can also be applied to various animals, phenomena, and inanimate objects. Oh, sorry guys, I am tired. It is not fully known what Yaga means. It could, however, come from name Jagoda, shortened to Jaga, literally meaning berry. So berry old woman. Huh. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, I see Bahamut, and I immediately want to click on this because this is a very, very legendary creature in Dungeons and Dragons, and it's actually a god, so I want to click on this. Bahamut is a vast fish. Oh, it's a djinn. Okay. maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. Maybe that's what they meant. We will never know. So apparently it's a vast fish and married jinn that supports a landmass in Islamic lore. In some sources, Bahamut is described as having a monstrous head with large teeth, similar to that of a hippopotamus. That thing looks like an anglerfish. In Arabic myth, the Bahamut is a giant fish that supports land. In George, the book, Bahamut is altered and magnified from behemoth and described as so immense that a human cannot bear its sight. It's a giant fish. Hippos are vicious, dude. They are the tanks of the wild. Yeah, so apparently it's a fish. That's crazy. Bahamut is the giant fish that Isa beholds in the 496th night of the 1001 nights. That's a lot of nights. That's all I have to say on that one. Yeah, Bahamut in Dungeons and Dragons, I was just about to say, is the dragon god of justice, and is the first instance of the name being used for a dragon. That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, in Dungeons and Dragons, Bahamut is actually the god of dragons, and very popular god, if I do say so myself. A lot of paladins actually use Bahamut for their patron, which is pretty interesting. The fish is a god of dragons. In Dungeons and Dragons, Bahamut is a dragon god, but from what it looks like everywhere else, it's a fish god of sorts. So in Rage of Bahamut, collectible card game, it's also a dragon. In Shadowverse, a legendary follower card, it's also a dragon. Final Fantasy video games, Bahamut is one of the most prominent summon monsters that can be brought into the battle to fight for their summoner. It appears in almost all installments of the series with the exception of Final Fantasy 2. In Grand Blue Fantasy video game, the Bahamut weapons are a set of extremely powerful weapons that boost character stats. So basically in video games, Bahamut is always a dragon, but in actual lore from Arabia, which is where Bahamut is from, it's a fish. I remember playing a paladin in D&D once. My god was the DM, like just straight up the guy himself. That's hilarious, because in D&D anything is possible, and that is a perfectly okay option as long as the DM is okay with it. That's funny. Let's see if any of these other ones look anyway. I mean, a lot of these, I just want to click on all of them, but I mean, we would be here all day if we went through all of these. I mean, this is a lot. This is just the letters A and B, guys. This is insane. Wow. Belarusian sky squid? What? In 1985, an Aeroflot plane reported sighting a bright light while flying over Minsk and en route from Tbilisi to Tallinn. I hope I said those correctly. The mysterious light was sighted again in December 24th, 1999, relieving itself to be a cigar-shaped UFO, also known as air rods, that was sighted above the skies of Vitebsk, Belarus. This particular creature exhibited bioluminescent and semi-transparency qualities similar to that of jellyfish or squids. That's insane. The cigar-shaped UFO, like an aircraft with the wings and tails. Front part profile was rounded and asymmetric. That sounds weird. The object was moving northeast, elevation about 40, whatever the hell that is. I don't understand this pilot talk. The witness states the object was not an aircraft because of the strange color, slight fluorescence, enormous angular size and speed, strange disappearance, and there was no noise. There was no impression of a real solid object. It was more like an image, maybe semi-transparent. A mirage? I don't think so. That's kind of insane. See, this is something I've never heard of before. Alien big cats. What does that mean? Alien big cats, or ABCs, and sometimes phantom cats, are not cats from outer space. Instead, they are large cats that look like something like black panthers, leopards, African lions, or cougars, but they are seen in Britain. They are alien in the sense that they are not thought to be native to the area. Most sightings are confined to the wildest places. But how is this a cryptid? Now this doesn't seem like a cryptid to me. This is just unsolicited animal breeding out in the wild. This doesn't really seem like a cryptid to me. Yo, Maddie, what's up, bro? Welcome into the stream. Hope you're having a good night. Unknown cats, I guess. Yeah, I mean, they're just like crossbreeds gonna be lurking while working. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that very, very much. Okay. Now this, just the name and the picture. Allegewi? Wow, I'm gonna mispronounce this. Allegewi. The cryptid lives in the Allegheny mountain range that cuts through the United States and Canada. It is known as a kind of giant that eats human flesh, highly intelligent, and appears to use tools and primitive cloth. Now that sounds terrifying, and we're getting an Inferno Man raid, which is not scary. What is up, everyone? Welcome into the stream. How are you guys doing tonight? How did the stream go? I know you were you shiny hunting today? I think I saw that you were shiny hunting. How'd it go, man? Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome into the stream, Zen. Alan, welcome into the stream. Shining Blue and Inferno Dude himself. What is up, bro? How you doing? Thank you for plugging in, Landon Golden. Gotta get some sleep. Have a good night. All right, thank you so much for coming in with the raid, Alan. Have a good one. Went well, but no shiny. Sylveon hit 2K and Hydreigon is almost there itself. I see. That is insane. You went from getting shinies like every other hour to like not getting it. So yeah, I'm only doing shiny hunting right now, so that's about what you can expect until Scarvio. That makes sense. I know you're trying to get that full Pokédex complete, so that would make sense. I mean, literally, we got like 2 weeks left until Scarvio comes out. So damn, that's your luck fluctuates so badly, dude. Like it's never like in the middle, like where like maybe you'll get something. It's always like you're getting a lot and then you're getting nothing. You're getting a lot and then you're getting nothing. That's kind of weird. All the shinies are hiding. Yes, they are. But yeah, this I think, I don't know. After reading that, it kind of sounds familiar. But let's see, what else can we get here? Arboreal Abomination. Now that sounds amazing. The Arboreal Abomination sighting is an extraterrestrial sighting that took place on the evening of August 26, 1965 in Peru. The witnesses were two men named Antonio Chavez Bedoya and Julio L. de Romana. Alrighty then. And if it wasn't for Sword and Shield, I wouldn't have met y'all. I think Gen 8 was the best gen for me. Gen 8 was really good, honestly. Like, it was one of the best generations out there. I'm going to be off to finish my Mawa Shiny Hunt. See you, everyone. Alright, Zen, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you. Have a good night. Yeah, well, I'm going to record myself hunting Hydreigon outside of my stream tomorrow. Hopefully the next thumbnail my people see has Komodo on it. Yo, Komodo is sick. I actually really love Komodo. See, getting off topic of cryptids, this is the one thing I hate the most about Gen 7 is that I really, really love the Pokemon that came out of Gen 7, but I do not like the game. The game irks me, but the Pokédex was so good. Like the new Pokemon that came out of Gen 7, just top tier, bro. But yeah, the two men were driving down a rocky, desolate stretch of the Pan American motorway in South Peru, approximately 12 miles away from Arequipa, when they witnessed what they described as a strange being, a Martian, which resembled a shrub. Okay. Mere seconds after spotting the creature, the eyewitnesses spied a flying saucer soaring over their vehicle. Like the Pokemon, hate the base game? Pretty much. Like I don't like playing actual, like I don't like playing through Alola, but the Pokemon were really good. I loved their designs and the typings and everything was super cool. The entity stood just over 31 inches in height. It's a little over a foot. And had a single golden eye nestled on what passed for its head. The thing's body also seemed to be orbited by what resembled gold and silver strips. Similar to tinsel, it also appeared to possess a multitude of smaller eyes covering its body. That sounds terrifying. I need to edit verses for tomorrow right quick, so I'll be lurking for you until I'm done and go to bed. Enjoy yourself, Holmes. Thank you so much, Landon. I appreciate you. Thank you for the raid. And I hope your editing session goes well and your Adobe Pro doesn't crash. Sounds like a Christmas tree, not gonna lie. Yeah, it sounds like a miniature Christmas tree. And it's an alien apparently. That's freaking awful. Let's see what else. What else can we see here? Let's see. Let's choose something. We haven't seen many bees. Bermuda Blob. I gotta click on a cryptid that's named Bermuda Blob, bro. Come on. Bermuda Blob is the name given to two globsters found washed ashore on Bermuda in 1988 and 1997. The first Bermuda blob was found by fisherman and treasure hunter Teddy Tucker in 1988 on Mangrove Bay. Tucker described the blob as 2.5 to 3 feet thick, as well as being very white and fibrous. He also described it as having 5 arms or legs like a disfigured star. What? The Bermuda Bros. Samples of the first specimen were analyzed in 1995, and it was suggested they were from the poikilothermic sea creature, either a large bony fish, shark, or ray. Reanalysis using advanced genetic techniques not previously available confirmed it was the remains of a whale. Analysis from the second Bermuda blob sample suggested it was a large mass of adipose tissue from a whale. Now that we know what it is, if scientists found out, 1, it's not a cryptid, and 2, that is oddly terrifying. It's just like a chunk of whale that what? I can't explain myself. Anyways, let's a beast of purple trail. Now this sounds like a cryptid. Let's see the background. In the Durand Eastman Park in Rochester, New York, there's a trail called the Purple Trail. It says cryptids as the cats. Yeah. The entrance to the Purple Trail had a fallen tree marking it. This appeared to be a total coincidence until the windstorm of 2017 knocked down several trees, including the Ark. A few months later, a new Ark was erected by unknown means. Okay. Upon entering the trail, many feel very uneasy or unsafe. It feels darker in that neck of the woods to many. There's a solid chance you may see nothing, only having this feeling of fear. If you do see something, it may be small white shape along the ridge, or maybe you see movement across the pond. No one is truly sure what it may be. This is most likely because not many have seen it. Okay, see, this fits the description of a cryptid perfectly. The creature is very quiet, not making any noise. It appears to just watch, not try to run away or come any closer to the person. It is small and very skinny to the bone, with a large round head. Its eyes sometimes appear black, or other times they appear red. No mouth is visible, but if it is of our realm, it most likely has a mouth structure similar to the Neomorph from the Alien franchise. I want to explore that area. I'm gonna befriend it. Let's go. I'm down. The creature may possibly be a gray alien based on its inconsistent yet curious appearances. The beast could possibly be a Wendigo, as they have been sighted in the general area. A Bigfoot may have been sighted in the same area within the last few years. Maybe they share a territory. Kind of crazy. Huh. That's interesting. This is the type of cryptid that I like to hear about, because it's very mysterious, because people say they've seen it, but there is absolutely no evidence to support it. It's just based off eyewitness and, trusting the human brain, which is something we shouldn't do, that it saw what it actually saw. The cryptids are next door neighbor. I mean, if that's what your next door neighbor looks like, then maybe time to move. You okay? Now this sounds like a D&D bad guy, the Beast of Dartmoor. Oh shit, yeah, that's Dave. The Beast of Dartmoor is the name given to alien big cat sightings in the... come on, really? More alien big cats? Black or beige cat dog like animal is known to have injured and killed livestock in the area. Another effing cat. Hashtag late infernament raid because my internet died. Yo, what's up, Leland? Welcome into the stream. Thank you for coming into the raid. I appreciate you. Well, I guess this one at least could still count as a cryptid because they don't know what it is. They have sightings of it, but no real evidence. Could be the chupacabra. I don't know. All right, the Beast of Bears. Now that sounds like a sounds like a title right there. The Beast of Bears is a cryptid found in southern Texas. Well, that makes sense. Florida and Virginia, and possibly Arkansas. Where's Humberto when you need him? The creature resembles a large bear with many scars and missing patches of fur. So this is just Mordu, man. It is commonly seen near swamps as well as various areas deep in deep woods. The creature is described as having a strong, pungent smell of alcohol and rotten eggs. The bears are scared of this beast. Apparently so. I mean, this is just Mordu, man. I mean, if I saw that, I'd cry. The Beast of Bears resembles a large bear with many scars and missing patches of fur. It's also been theorized that because it lives near swamps, that it has gills. It also has large red eyes like those of the Mothman. First sighting of the Beast of Bears was October 12th, 1973, at a camping spot near the town of Alice, Texas. Since then, over 31 sightings have been made of the creature, the most recent of which was on the 1st of May 2012 in a backyard outside of Crestview, Florida. What the hell is he doing in a backyard? The first sighting of the Beast of Bears was made by nature photographer Philippe Hyde in 1973 at a camping spot near the town of Alice, Texas. That's just a regular bear, bro. Ain't no way you're gonna tell me that you think that's evidence of the Beast of Bears. I know I'm insane because I saw it and immediately thought I'm gonna hug it. I kind of want to hug it too, I'm not gonna lie. Though the first official sighting was in 1973, there is evidence to support that the Beast of Bears is not a hoax. This drawing suggests that the Beast of Bears is also further up north in Canada. It was drawn by a person who wishes to remain anonymous, okay. There are Inuit stories about giant bears who drag people under the water, drown them, and eat them. Because that's not freaking terrifying. Though these have never been proven, people have been known to go missing around all these areas. Some of the causes have been listed as bear attacks. The bear has scratch marks. Must be the cryptid. Well, I mean, if he's like bigger than a normal bear, I guess. And especially, I guess where the cryptid part comes in is, me personally, for Beast of Bears is the whole idea that it could actually that it has gills and it actually could breathe underwater. Now, if there's a bear that can breathe underwater and can drag your ass down to the bottom of a lake or a pond or something and drown your ass and then eat you, that's a cryptid. That is a cryptid if I've ever heard of one. It's Mordu on crack, guys. It's Mordu if he had a baby with Aquaman. I wonder if Mordu is a cryptid. Let's go to the M's real quick. I'm just curious. I'm just curious to see if Mordu will come out or not. Does that say Mexican pet? So just all Mexican pets are cryptids? That's a little racist, is it not? Oh, shit. Hey, we got a lot of cryptids in our backyard. Nah, Mordu's not on here. Waddle do cryptid? That's a Pokemon idea. Make a Pokemon based off of a random cryptid. That's true. But it has to be a Mexican pet, though. Have you seen Chihuahua Man? Hold on, I gotta click on Mexican pet. What is this? The Men in Black are cryptids? I get. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta click on Mexican pet. Hold on. Mexican pet is an urban legend about a family and a pet. That's gonna be it for today's stream, guys. The story about a Mexican and a pet. That just did it for me. I'm out. I'm just kidding. What is this? According to Daily Mail, a similar true event occurred. You haven't even told me about the urban legend. You're already gonna tell me about another story? Hold on. Do I have to click on this, or is this just gonna tell me what an urban legend is? I think it's just gonna take me to urban legends. That is a stretch and a half. Mexican beast of bear. What even is this? Okay, so a true event occurred in 2013. In the story, in a number of scary stories books, goes as following. Cryptid Wiki. Once a family had a pet. They lived in Mexico. There you go. That's a cryptid. Sam's parents promised that they would get him something when they went to Mexico, but everything was just too pricey. They sat on a park bench and tried to think of something that he would like. Suddenly, a stray dog came up to them and it struck them. Stray dogs in Mexico are cryptids. Uh, Even though it was illegal to bring animals over the border, they bought a cage and got the stray and took it home with them. Sam was so excited when they showed him his new dog. Sam started to pet it, but its mouth started to foam white, and the dog bit him. That's just a dog with rabies, bro. It took the dog to the vet and Sam to the hospital. The doctor gave Sam rabies shots and then told him to be more careful. They went back to the vet and asked the veterinarian if he had given the dog rabies shots, and he told them yes. And he had also let the dog go. They asked him why, and the veterinarian told them that it was an extremely large sewer rat, and it indeed had rabies. People debate if this story was true or not, and there has yet to be an answer. So it was basically this. Okay, so I get why they call it Mexican Pet, because I'm guessing that's the name of the story in the multiple horror story book. If there's a rat big enough to look like a freaking dog, I think I would consider that a cryptid. Okay, now reading the story, I guess it kind of makes sense. It's just the name, a Mexican Pet, just threw me off guard. Oh yeah, those dogs are terrible. My neighbor has one with a twisted leg. So it's just dumb guys who thought a rat looked like a dog. Well, if look at this one, Golden, like that straight out looks like a dog. But I mean, the artist rendition is pretty good. Like that looks like a small puppy, but that's a freaking rat. That's terrifying. Holy crap! I think what saved this as a cryptid for me is the artist rendition. Like this picture right here. If this picture didn't exist, I would have thought this was the dumbest shit I've ever read in my life. See, like this doesn't know justice. If you grab this thing thinking it's a dog, then you deserve to get bit and get rabies. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. This one's good. Okay, yeah, the artist rendition saved it. I agree with that. Now, I didn't know the soccer player was a cryptid. Wait, I thought it was Nessie. Nessie is it's an oceanic reptile cryptid that is said to live in Lake Murray, South Carolina. Its name is a portmanteau of Murray and Nessie. Oh, so it's a Nessie-like creature in Murray. Okay, I yeah, that makes sense, but like, I just immediately thought of like the soccer players, so that's I thought the soccer player was a cryptid. That was a bit of a letdown. I'm not gonna lie. Now there was this other the M category has a lot of really good ones, guys. I'm like really excited for this letter for some odd reason. Uh, South Carolina, yeah. Apparently it's in Lake Murray. Is that what it said? Wait, where's Messi, the soccer player? Where'd he go? There you go. Yeah, Lake Murray, South Carolina. Maddie, maybe you could go over there and sit in front of the Lake Murray for months on months, and then like, you know, just maybe you'll capture some. Ooh, I'd be so down. I would be so down to go visit. That would definitely be a place of interest. There was this other one that I was looking at. Let's see. Where is it? Okay, I can't see Man Duck and not click on it. I'm just saying. The Manman or Biyin Yao is a duck-like creature in Chinese mythology. It is one of the mythical beasts featured in the Chinese classic text Classic of Mountain and Seas. I'll take off work for the next 6 months to go investigate. There you go. 24-hour live stream hunting Messi. I have both the cryptid and the soccer player on the thumbnail. Which Messi will I find first? Yes, I'm so down for it. Imagine wasting 6 months looking at water with a non-existent creature in it. People are crazy, Leland. People are crazy. That's a great idea. According to the Classic of Mountains and Seas, the Man lives in Chongwu Mountain. The Man resembles a duck with one eye and wing. It is able to fly when two Man join together. One bird is blue while the other is red. The birds are often interpreted to be a male and female and are often used to symbolize love. With Binyao meaning lovebirds. Floods are said to happen with the Manman's appearance. I've seen some crazy stuff too. You're scared of the cryptid, just grab a gun, pew. Yeah, I love cryptid. That's actually pretty awesome. It's a non-scary one. I mean, if I saw a bird with one eye and one wing, first of all, I would question if it was hurt. Because, I mean, if nature designed this thing with one eye and one wing, like, Mother Nature needs to, like, chill. Because that's messed up, bro. But, love cryptid. I will take it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, is this thing okay? Did it get cut in half by a saw? Like, what's going on here? I'd cook it? Yes. Where's this other one? I saw this other one that I was like, whoa, what is this? There you go, melon heads. This is what I wanted to do. Okay, this is going into. This is looking like it's going into cancel territory, so I'm gonna be very careful on this one. I'm gonna cut off the ad because I've seen some very weird ads, and I don't want my stream to get taken down. So hold on, let me cut off some of this. There you go. And then that way I can make it bigger too. Melonhead sounds like an insult. That's what I'm saying. Is Chupacabra on the list? I'm sure it is. Hold on. Let me go back. I'm gonna make melonheads. I'm gonna open it in a different one, and then we're gonna go to the C's. I'm pretty sure Chupacabra is gonna be one of the main ones on here. There it is, Chupacabra. Apparently, it's a whole category. Big forehead. Melonhead, someone with a big ass forehead. Oh no, well, let's see what a melonhead actually is. Melonheads is the name given to the legendary beings that live in the forests of Michigan, Connecticut, and Ohio. Of course, Ohio. Different variations of the legend attribute different origins. The creatures are said to appear remotely human with bulbous, melon-like heads. Chupacabra. Gonna call one of my coworkers that I live in Michigan. Well, there you go. Go inside a forest and see if you could get a melon head, bro. Can't have shit in Ohio. I can confirm there are melon heads. Perfect. So in Ohio, the melon heads were originally abandoned children that a scientist by the name of Dr. Crow decided take care of, air quotes, at his facility in Kirtland, Ohio. Why is Ohio already so messed up? While the children stayed at the facility, Dr. Crow performed torturous experiments on them. What got them the name Melonheads was when Dr. Crow injected chemicals into their brains, which caused their craniums to grotesquely grow. Because of the abnormal growth, they developed hydrocephalus, which caused them to become mentally ill. After years of abuse, the Melonheads brutally killed Dr. Crow and burned down his facility. This sounds more like a true crime than a cryptid. What was the lake for Messi? It was Lake Murray. Ohio is a cryptid? Now that is something I believe. Let's check Michigan. Crime committing cryptid. The Melonheads of Michigan are said to reside around the Felt Mansion, although they have also been reportedly seen in southern forested areas of Ottawa County. According to one story, they were originally children with hydrocephalus who lived at the Junction Insane Asylum near Felt Mansion. The story explains that after enduring physical and emotional abuse, they became feral mutants and were released into the forests around the release. What are these guys, animals? The Allegan County Historical Society asserts that the asylum never existed, although it was at one point a prison. They just released them into the wild. Be free, my children. Connecticut. Several variations of the Melonhead myths can be found in Fairfield County, Connecticut. Most instances can be found in Trumbull, Shelton, Stratford, and Monroe, but other instances can be found in Seymour, Easton, Weston, Oxford, Milford, and Southbury. There are two primary Connecticut variations. According to the first variation of the myth, Fairfield County was the location of an asylum for the criminally insane that burned down in the fall of 1960. Resulting in the death of all the staff and most of the patients, with 10 to 20 inmates unaccounted for, supposedly having survived and escaped to the woods. The legend states that the Melonheads' appearance is the result of them having resorted to cannibalism in order to survive the harsh winters of the region, and due to inbreeding, so this is basically the hills have eyes, which in turn caused them to develop hydrocephalus. According to the second variation, the Melonheads are descendants of a colonial-era family from Shelton, Trumbull, who were banished after accusations of witchcraft were made against them, causing them to retreat to the woods. As with the first legend, this variation attributes the appearance of Melonheads to inbreeding. Another variation of the tale can be found here. I am not clicking on that. This Melonhead one is just weird. Can you check O for Ohio? I want to see if Ohio has an entry. I'm down. We're checking the O's, baby. No, Ohio doesn't exist, man. That's unfortunate. Well, we'll look through the C's first. I believe Manny wanted to see the chupacabra. No way, guys. Bruh. Hold on. Guess what, guys? Guess what? We know you've heard of Nessie. We've heard of Messi. But have you heard of Chessie? We're about to find out who Chessie is right after the chupacabra, guys. El Chupacabra is a cryptid that is renowned for its attacks on livestock, hence the Spanish name, the goat sucker. It supposedly eats chickens, goats, and other farm animals and pets. It has been reported all over the Americas. Is there a Nessie of every letter? I'm kind of curious now. El Chupispabra has been reported all over the Americas, specifically the southwestern United States, Mexico, and Puerto Rico. There are two common versions of the chupacabra. There's a reptilian kind, the true chupacabra, and a canid kind, which are also called blue dogs. There have been more than 2,000 sightings of both types. When it sucks blood, it allegedly makes an odd noise. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff on the chupacabra. There's different types of chupacabras. So now this is interesting. Canadian chupacabra, a chupacabra-like creature reported from Canada. No way, I would not have guessed that. What's a grunch? An American chupacabra sighted at Grunch Road, New Orleans. You were one letter away from being a Grinch. Just saying. I'd take a chupacabra on in a fight. I think I would too. Like, they don't look that scary. They just look like over glorified hyenas. Surprisingly, chupacabra was a little disappointing. But Chessie, now we're getting to the good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Chessie is a large serpent-like animal that allegedly lives in the Chesapeake Bay. Over the years, there have been many sightings of a serpent-like creature without any flippers or horns on its body. Most sightings describe it as long, snake-like creature from 25 feet to 40 feet long. It is said to swim using its body as a sine curve, moving through the water. There are no limbs or crests like most snakes. There was a cluster of sightings in 1977 and more in the mid 80s. Chesapeake Bay, wherever that is. Huh. Is Chesapeake in Ohio? No way. Chesapeake Bay is. I'm guessing it's in Chesapeake, which is in Virginia. Delaware. Mid Atlantic region is primarily separate from the China. Delmarva Peninsula. Huh. I don't know. I forgot. I was so wrong. Apparently, it's its own little thing. Huh. Oh, it's over here. Oh, so Chesapeake Bay is this whole thing. But then. Is that Washington? It looks like Washington to me. Oh, but this is Virginia. No, it's in Virginia. Yeah, this is the Virginia state line right here. Yeah, it's in Virginia, guys, apparently. Okay, I want to know, are there any cryptids in Oklahoma or do I live in the most boring state? Now that is something we could look up. Oklahoma cryptids. Oh, Oklahoma spooky urban legends. Is this like actual? This is like the actual Oklahoma page. Okay. Elmer McCurroy, the sideshow mummy. Guthrie. Elmer McCurdy is more famous for what happened after his death than anything he did in life. Many people believe he was an outlaw. That's such a sad sentence. Like, why would you even word it like that? That's so messed up. A drunk and part of a notoriously incompetent gang that wrote. Bro, you're gonna tell me about the urban legend, or are we just roasting Elmer in his grave? Jeez. By all accounts, Elmer should have been forgotten after he was killed. Bro! Stop, my man. Elmer could not have been that bad, bro. Elmer getting roasted up in here. Holy hell. I got the saddest freaking cryptid. Instead, Elmer's corpse was taken to a funeral home in Pawhuska, Oklahoma. Where an undertaker decided to embalm the unclaimed remains. He charged visitors a nickel to see the mummy. For several years before, a circus man claiming he was McCurdy's relative swindled the funeral home into selling him McCurdy's corpse. Afterwards, the body was bought and sold numerous times as part of a variety of freak shows, carnivals and traveling extra decades. Dude, honestly, like, even if he was an outlaw and a drunk, like, he did not deserve this treatment. Like, I justice for Elmer McCurroy, I guess. I mean, was it really that bad? Holy hell, dude. Ugh. Why they gotta do my man dirty like that? Give me body. I want to see people look at him for a nickel. In the 1970s, his remains made their way to Long Beach, where they were put on display at an amusement park. The popular television show The $6 Million Man was filming at the park in 1976 when a crew member moved what he thought was a mannequin and broke one of the arms off. To top it off, they're just messing with this guy's body. They're just totally destroying it, proving without a doubt that it was an actual man. After some research, the body was identified as Elmer McCurdy and finally buried in the Boot Hill section of Summit View Cemetery in Guthrie on April 22nd, 1977. After more than 60 years on the road, the local medical examiner ordered that 2 cubic yards of concrete be poured on top of Elmer's grave, ensuring that his remains will never be disturbed again. Murder mystery weekends at the Stone Line Inn sometimes include a visit to the grave. Bro, that has got to be the most messed up story I've ever heard in my life. Talk about disrespecting a man's remains. A bro was taken around the circus, defamed for years, so they could break his arm and finally bury him, only to pour concrete on top of him. That is, oh my god. So someone got played with while they were dead. How does that make them a cryptid? Well, I mean, to be fair, this is. I did look up cryptids, but then I clicked on a page that says spooky urban legends in Oklahoma, so it can't be that mad. Okay, Bigfoot. Apparently, you got Bigfoot in Oklahoma. There you go. You got one of the biggest cryptids in Oklahoma, Golden. I hope that makes you happy. Crybaby Bridge. Now we gotta read this one, boys. Oklahoma turning into a very interesting state real quick. According to local legend, a Catoosa woman raced across Old Boggy Creek Bridge on Friday, June 13, 1924. A fierce storm had broken out and the woman was trying to hurry home. The only other passenger, her newborn baby, which rested in the seat beside her, as mother and child crossed the bridge, a crackle of lightning frightened the horses that were pulling her carriage. They bucked wildly and tipped the carriage over. During the chaos, the mother lost hold of her infant as she was frantically as she frantically searched the bridge, yelling for help in the pouring rain. She heard her baby let out a cry from the river below. She leaned over the edge of the damaged bridge and in doing so lost her footing and fell into the river. The mother and child were never seen again. This went from 0 to 100 real quick. Like, holy moly. It is said that if you go out to Old Boggy Creek Bridge on Friday the 13th, you can still hear the baby crying. Each year following the accident, roses were placed at 2 unmarked graves near the bridge, but ceased after Bessie and Clissy were written on the headstones decades later. The bridge was bypassed in 2001 and is not open to the public, but is still clearly visible from Keatonville Road. Well, goddamn, that's what I'm saying. I would go there to tell the baby to be quiet. Just go there, start reading a book. Shut up! Let me read. There looks to be a lot of stuff. Huh. Interesting. The only cryptid I read here was the Bigfoot. Bigfoot it is. For reals. Yeah, so we have Chessie, Nessie, Chessie, and Messi. Cribib. Now I want to see if there's an Essie for each kind now. So we're gonna go I don't think there's an A because that'd just be weird. I see. We're gonna find out. Okay, yeah, that was kind of dumb. Okay, let's go B. But I still want more. Is there a Bessie? Can we get a Bessie, please? Bessie! Give me the Bessie, give me the Bessie, give me the Bessie, Bessie. There is a Bessie! No freaking way. I can't. I'm not even making this up, guys. There is an actual Bessie. One of the Lake Erie's most iconic figures is Bessie or South Bay Bessie. Bessie has been spotted in the lake from Canada to Pennsylvania. Bessie is a name given to the alleged lake monster in Lake Erie, also known as South Bay Bessie. The first recorded sighting of Bessie occurred in 1793. Damn, this guy's old. And more sightings have occurred intermittently and in greater frequency in the last 3 decades. Bessie is reported to be snake-like and 9 to 12 meters or 30 to 40 feet long, at least a foot in diameter with a grayish color. Lakes got creatures. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Wow. Okay, so there's let's keep counting. Bessie, we got Nessie, the original. We got Messi, and we got Chessie. Was it Chessie? It was Chessie. Pretty sure it was Chessie. So this is insane. So we don't check just to make sure it was Chessie. Yes, it was. Okay. Now is there a Desi? That's the real question. Come on, give me the Desi. Give me the Desi. Aw, there's no Desi. Well, that's a little disappointing. There's Disco Demon though. Anybody? Anybody want to look at Disco Demon? Let's look at the Disco Demon. Wait, this one actually looks terrifying. Hold on, I'm gonna open this one and then let's look at Disco Demon first though. Because who doesn't like a demon that discos? Is there an Essie? Just a straight up Essie? The creature was described as a shapeshifter to some degree. It could turn itself into either one of its two forms, a human and a demon. It was possibly fully sentient. It could, however, be distinguished from other people by the fact that it smelled of sulfur and possessed hooves, even in its human disguise. One of the creature's supposed attributes was its car. In most versions of the story, it was described as completely black BMW without a license plate and tiny horns instead of car mirrors. It would usually be seen in a bar parking lot. The creature would walk out and ask a random person about the time, and after it would receive its response, the demon would kill them or some other person at the party. Imagine you go to a bar and this random dude goes like, "Hey, yo, what time is it?" "Oh, well, it's 3 o'clock." "I don't like the answer," and he just starts stabbing you. Or even worse, guy comes up to you and is like, "Yo, what time is it?" And he's like, "Well, it's about 3 a.m. right now, bro." And he's like, "All right, cool, good looking out." And then he goes inside the bar, goes to some random person, and he's like, "The guy told me it was 3 a.m." And he just like starts stabbing someone. Either way this goes, the guy needs to chill, bro. Disco Demon was my nickname in college. Has never been to college. How dare it be 3 a.m.? How dare you tell me the time even though I asked? Disco Demon, also known as Diabel Z Discoteki, was a Polish hoax demonic cryptid that was the source of many urban legends. It was a hoax. Wow. Discotakis? There you go. Okay, now this thing is terrifying. Ghosts are quite common in Chinese folklore. One of the most being the hanged ghost, Diao Sigui. These are the spirits of people who have committed suicide. Hashtag trigger warning. or victims of execution who are said to haunt the location where they died. According to the legend, they appear as a corpse with a long red tongue that hangs out of their mouth and try to convince passerby to join them in the afterlife. So this is just a Gengar with. This is just Gengar. Huh. This is literally just Gengar, guys. They look creepy as hell, don't get me wrong. Hey, what time is it? It's around 11:30 p.m. You're out past curfew! Stab, stab, stab. It's literally just Gengar. This is literally just Gengar, bro. Alright. Well, Gengar's a cryptid, confirmed. Nice tongue, bro. Okay, so there's no Desi, so I'm a little mad. But let's see if we have an Essie. No Essie. There's like maybe max 25E cryptids. So we got the each Uisg. I don't even know how to say that. We got Ichi. Is that how you say it? He's itchy, apparently. We got an Eastern Cougar. It's probably never mind, I'm not gonna say that. East Haven Sea Serpent. We got an Ibu Gogo, which looks terrifying, so we're gonna click on that one. We got an Ear Moonan. The Usum Dex entries for Gengar are cryptid entries. They pretty much are, bro. El Cadejo, we got El Cuero. I gotta click on that one. El Yunque Chupacabra. Is this a Chupacabra in Los Yunques? This is a. It's just a ratchet Chupacabra. Recently reported type of Chupacabra seen only in El Yunque National Forest in Puerto Rico. Single hole in the neck and emptied out? Okay, that sounds terrifying. Damn, bro. Bro is like a real life mosquito right there. El Cryptids. Elephant bird, elephant humanoid. Elmendorf beast, that sounds cool. El Loco. Ese güey está loco, that's why. Elwertrike. Hope I said that right. I actually kind of want to see all of these. Apparently, the movie Encanto is a cryptid. Okay, we basically clicked on all of them. Now let's see what they are. There's not that many E's, so yeah, it has a lot of interesting ones. Ibu Gogo are a group of humanoid creatures appear in Flores mythology. That just straight up looks like what the trolls, dude. You know, like the movie Trolls? They just look like trolls. Ibu means grandmother and Gogo means he who eats anything. Are these cannibals? Describe the Ibu Gogo as having been able walkers and fast runners around 1.5 meters tall. They reportedly have wide and flat noses, broad faces with large mouths and hairy bodies. The females also had long pendulous breasts. Why you gotta include that? I did not need to know that. They were said to have murmured in what was assumed to be their own language and could reportedly repeat what was said to them in a parrot-like fashion. This looks like they could actually exist. Like this could just be an indigenous group of people that, never one of those protected group of indigenous people that just never are allowed to see the like civilization, or else they would just die because their immune system like doesn't work. Dumb idea. At the end of the podcast, rank each letter by how interesting the cryptids were. That's not a dumb idea. I like that. He was a solid A tier. I agree. What's next? The kid lost his DVD of Jurassic Park, and it is set to this day people see it. I wouldn't put it past it. Some of these cryptids, I really don't think can categorize as cryptids. El Cuero is an extremely dangerous South American lake monster, having a hairless head and spine, and a body has the appearance of cowhide, which has been splayed out to dry. Talk about descriptions, bro. A primitive stingray at most. It has wide pectoral fins and a long whip-like tail, absent of a barb. Its eyes are on stalks and its mouth is apparently extendable, like that of a sturgeon. Eyewitnesses have also reported seeing a series of razor-sharp claws along the fringes of el cuero, which the creature used to secure its prey. Huh. Interesting. I wonder how much I could sell the cooked meat of that for. Probably a lot. Elmendorf beast. Now this sounds like a magic card. That just looks like a kangaroo. In August 2000, a strange canine was shot and killed by a local rancher. The animal weighed around 20 pounds, had a pronounced overbite, and unusual bluish hairless skin. Experts at San Antonio Zoo speculated due to the skull that it was a Mexican hairless dog. So it was a Xolescuintle. It was later determined to be a coyote with demodectic or sarcoptic manji, and not originally hairless. However, DNA gathered was inconclusive due to the environmental degradation, but it was proven that the creature came from the canine family. Two similar carcasses were found in Texas and found to be coyotes with severe cases of manji. You have octopi. Nice. El Loco. Now this guy sounds interesting. The El Loco is a dwarf that lives in the forest and is the spirit of ancestors living there. They haunt the forest because they have some grudge to settle with the living and are generally quite vicious. They live in the darkest and densest part of the rainforest of central Zaire. They ferociously and jealously guard their treasures that are the game and rare fruits of the rainforest. To survive in the darkest and densest part of the forest, you need to be an intrepid hunter, because successful hunters need to possess strong magic. Okay, this is just getting kind of crazy. I guess that's why they call it El Loco. Okay, we're gonna go real quick because we're actually about to reach the end of the podcast. I see why. A bird-like cryptid, which is reported to be seen in southwest portion of Germany, can also be identified. Okay, promote the myth of this thing is the oldest square dancing. Where's the okay? Look like a chicken, but with antlers, with scales instead of feathers. The wings are basically useless because it is said that their wings are of little use. That is why they live mainly in underbrush and under vines. Huh. In the second half of the 20th century, artists increasingly portrayed Elweltritchen as female by adding breasts. That is all you need to know here. Lake Thunderbird. That sounds amazing, actually. Okay, sadly, I'm just going to skip some of these. And we're going to see a couple more letters. We're actually just going to finish this episode by seeing if how many Essies we can find. Is there a Fessy? There's no such thing as a Fessy. Let's read the names. Fairies. Feishu, Fernflower, Fiji Mermaid, Five-Striped Abyssfish. That's rhymes. That's a really cool name. Flitterix. Okay, I gotta click on that one. It sounds like fiddlesticks. Freshwater monkey? Is it living in there? I gotta see this one. Hold up. Let's see. Flitterix were a variety of flying squirrel that frequented the vicinity of lumber camps. They were dangerous because they flew at great speed. It was impossible to dodge them, and one account had the squirrel strike between the eyes of an ox, effectively killing it on impact. Yo! Supersonic squirrels, bro. Insane. These things are flying squirrel bullets that apparently kill oxes. With the extreme speed move, it gets +7 priority, guys. Anyways, freshwater monkey. That squirrel is wild, dude. Freshwater monkey is a collective term used to describe numerous creatures seen in North America and Asia. Examples include the kappa, the Loveland frogman, the lizard man of scape or swamp, and even the reptilian variety of chupacabra. Okay, so it's more of a classification. I'm glad I'm not an ox, bro. If it killed an ox, imagine if it, like one of those flew into you, it'll blow your head off, dude. Fresno Nightcrawler. The Fresno Nightcrawlers are terrifying. This one I will look at. I don't know if you guys have seen these things. Like the actual videos of this ones are actually terrifying. Fresno Nightcrawler, also known as the Fresno Alien, is a cryptid that has made 2 appearances so far, one in Fresno, California, and the other in Yosemite National Park. In both sightings, it's only seen in video footage. However, a man in Poland has also claimed to have seen the creature. These things are scary. You guys should definitely look up the videos on this. Sure. You know what? I will show the video. Fresno Nightwalkers. These things are actually terrifying. Did this one? Okay, they didn't show absolutely anything. Yeah, we're just gonna go with this one. We're gonna okay, there they are. Look at this. Look at those things. And it's weird because if you look at the small little one in the back, like you could tell it's acting like a child. Like whatever these creatures are, apparently they have young and can mate and have offspring. But they're absolutely terrifying. Shout out to Cryptid Countdown for the video. Isn't that crazy? God damn it. Now you ruined it for me. And this is the other video that they have of them. Still lurking, just doing some stuff at work. No worries, man. We're actually about to end the stream in a couple minutes here. So I appreciate you lurking no matter what. Now, they do say that there are statues of these things from people who have seen them from way back in the past. Like these statues have been out for a while now. See, look at these. Like this is practically what we saw in that video. But there have been statues over like over history of these things being depicted. Like that's just crazy to me. I feel like I'm repeating today. I don't know why. Maybe they built them themselves with their. Maybe you never know. You never know with this, with the world and how it is. Okay, so there's no Fessy. Is there a Guessy? I feel like I've done all this before. That's not good. You're having major deja vu. Okay, no Guessy. But some of these ghoul, giant dragonfish, giant goldfish. This is gonna have a lot of giants and then regular stuff. So I'm gonna rate the letter G at a solid D tier. I mean, I have well, it has Goldman, and Goldman's pretty nasty. So I think a C tier. No, you know what? I'll stick with my D tier. I'll stick with D tier for G. H. Do we have a Hesse? We have Hatman. Already in the Z tier for me. Slenderman. Slenderman would probably be a cryptid, yeah. It has the hippogriff, so and hellhounds. Okay, H is ramping up here, ladies and gentlemen. Horned cats. I would homunculus. Okay, I would put the letter H at a solid B. Let's go to the S for the Slenderman here. Skinwalkers here. Surprisingly, Maddie, no Slenderman. Surprisingly. But do we have a Ceci? We have a sea monster. Does that count? It's just a regular sea monster. Ah, damn it. Well, Slenderman could be its own podcast episode. In urban legends and myths, I think could be another very good episode. Um, Slenderman is a creepypasta. Um, Sea Monster is the nickname for Ceci. I believe it. But we have Sasa Bonsam, so I mean, we're just gonna end the stream on a Sasa Bonsam, guys, because I got no words for Sasa Bonsam. All right, let's get that off my screen. First of all, I want to say thank you guys so much for coming out to today's podcast. It was an absolute pleasure. Uh, I really never thought that the podcast would be doing so well. And I'm glad so many people are liking the podcasts and really enjoying them, coming out and just, even if we're just messing around, talking about, this very interesting topics that we got going on. So, uh, we're going to be playing Silent Hill tomorrow. And on Thursday, the next subject is actually on the subject of black-eyed children. Now this is one of the creepiest ones I've seen. There may be like a separate subject on that because if we run out of things to talk about black-eyed children, but there is a lot of stuff out there. Um, so on Thursday we will be talking about black-eyed children, and then tomorrow we will be playing more Silent Hill. So if you guys are liking that game like as much as I am, because that game is really good, um, come out and chill with me and get scared with some Silent Hill. My man grinding out the content, I love it. Thank you, Maddie. I'm actually really happy to be back. So, um, it makes me really happy. No problem. Glad to be here. I'm not gonna be able to sleep. I'm sorry if I messed up your sleeping schedule. I really am sorry. Leland says this is fun. I'm glad you had fun, Leland. I really am glad. As I said, I'm ready to shit my pants. Trademark. Yes. Um. So yeah, tomorrow Silent Hill, guys. Thursday, Black Eyed Children. I'm gonna work in the dark alone. So yeah, that's gotta be pretty awful. Sorry, Matt. But at least we got through a lot of cryptids today. I'm a black eyed child. I mean, depends how hard you get punched, right? I'm just kidding. Matt, I'll see you soon. Skinwalker be upon ye. Yes. Thank you guys so much again. We actually got quite a few people still here. Are you guys down to go on a raid real quick? I don't know who's actually live right now, but 4 people is a decently big raid, so um see a walking dog and think of us. Let's see, who do we got here? It says 7 viewers, so quite a few lurkers. Yes, definitely. But we'll see. What do you guys feel like watching today? Let's see who's streaming Pokemon right now. Let's go back and see some Pokemon stuff. so you guys can see some happy stuff and not not have nightmares. What do you guys feel like watching? Some shiny hunting, some Nuzlocks. Lurkessi is stalking our every move. Yes, Lurkessi. Pokemon can be nightmare inducing. That is true. That is very true. Nuzlocks? Let's do a Nuzlocke. Oh, maybe that could be a special episode of a podcast. Reading Pokemon entries that are terrifying. Let's see. There's somebody who's live who's named Gifted Gengar. Kind of wanna. Oh, definitely. Staring at the camera for 6 hours straight. Okay, I see someone who has a pretty low view count, and he's doing a hardcore Pokemon Shield Nuzlocke. Let me put my headphones on to see if this is good or not. 537 subscribers, not bad. Okay, yeah, this seems like a good candidate. So, the green screen phones, hell yeah. Well, this ain't green screen, so. So, go ahead and put hashtag Latin Luigi raid. And again, thank you guys so much for coming out. I really, really do appreciate you guys. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your night. Let's go and make this person's night since there's only 2 people watching him right now. Show the support, guys. Subscribe to him. Like his video. If you haven't already liked this one before you leave, please do like it. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow for some Silent Hill action. All right, guys. Thank you guys again. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. There's the link. Go raid, boys! Bye!